Guys, Stuff66 here. I need to die. Okay, so I would just like to bless you guys with a update on the movies. So, you can go and follow my Instagram account where I talk about all the movies, post things about the movies, post clips, all that stuff. It's called Kyle's underscore. It's called Kyle's underscore movie underscore project 66. And right here, got this little notebook that I'm actually gonna write scripts in. Okay, they're not gonna be like full length films, so it's not gonna take up the whole thing. But there's a familiar film that you guys might be familiar with. It's called The Follower. It will get a sequel. Oh, don't you guys don't you wait. There's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages written for it so far in 2 acts. Not 2 acts in the whole movie, but only Act 1 is fully written. Act 2 is currently being written, and then there's going to be Act 3, and then the final act. It's going to take place in the same place. It's going to take place in the same park, but like a day after. So I will read you the first scene before the beginning credits. So stay tuned. Okay. Act 1, The Follower Part 2. A newscaster is talking about the 2 murders in the park and holds up the mask that the killer wore. This, in parentheses. Now this, in parentheses, means hold up the mask as soon as you say this. Okay? Okay. And newscaster. These are speaking lines. 2 graphic murders took place in the park last night. The victims' names are Derek Knight and Julie Carroll. Those are the names of the characters that died in the first one. Fun fact. Both victims were brutally attacked and died from their injuries. This is the mask covered in blood that we found at the crime scene. Scene ends. So that the thing stops, like the news thing stops. The newscaster is now in his car talking to the cameraman. Newscaster. Out of all the newscasters, I'm the one that has to cover this boring ass story. Cameraman. It's not that bad. You're basically telling the town that there's a murderer on the loose. Newscaster. Yeah, and their families are probably so offended about mentioning their names. Cameraman. Whatever, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. 1. This is the first death in the movie. If there's a number in parentheses, that means a death scene. There's 2 right next to each other. Cameraman. Cameraman goes into the woods to pee. He goes behind a tree. The follower in a point of view shot creeps up behind him and puts a cleaver in his back. Blood oozes down his back. In a blood-curdling screams are let out. So that's the thing. Okay. The newscaster looks in the direction of the woods in fear. He starts up the car. The car door. He starts up the car. The car door suddenly opens and he gets hacked in the chest with the cleaver 3 times. Title card and scene ends. Or beginning credits. And then Act 1 continues with the 3 main characters. And then a character's sister. And there's a funny scene where they try setting up a tent and all that I made. I'm really happy with this one so far. The ending the ending is not going to be shocking. It's not going to be like, it's not really going to be anything special. The final act, who knows? I might come up with something in my brain, be like, oh, this should be a plot twist, you know? Or we get to see the follower's identity or like something. But there's not really, okay. The thing about the first one is that the beginning scene before the river scene, in the first one, the iconic river scene, right? The iconic one. That was just going to be the movie. And then I was going to have the character die or whatever, but I was like, no, I wanted something more. So I was like, oh no, my character don't die yet. Bitch, let's keep going. So, and then it turned into that, which I'm happy with the follower. I really am. I really like that film. It's one of my favorites that I've done. I'm so glad that I came up with the follower part 2. And, yeah. And that was gonna be it. The original follower, me and my friend AJ will probably do a film on what we originally planned, but it was too muddy. We're gonna have, like, there was a meadow. It was in the beginning of the credits. It was like surrounded by trees, and it was like in the middle, and it was all lit up by the sun, and it was like really pretty, but it was too wet, so we couldn't really shoot there. We were gonna have, like, you know, but the thing about the follower, there's a lot of stalking scenes of the follower just stalking the main character throughout the whole movie. This is not like that. This is more of a slasher film that's a little more slow-paced. Like, there's only one stalking scene so far in Act 1, and that's the only one. And I'll read you it because it's not much of a spoiler, but where... Okay, that's the end of Act 1. Okay. It's cameraman, newscaster. Okay. They all continue to walk to the campsite. They pass a boat loading area, and the follower stalks the teens as they walk by. Killer point of view. That's the only stalker thing really in the movie so far. You know? And I was gonna have there be a tent scene, like inside the tent, where me and a friend, because the other friend is gone, and I was gonna have a lantern on, and the follower walk by or something, do some little creepy shadow movements, but yeah, I think the deaths in this are gonna be more brutal, because I have a vision in my brain. The ending scene, I'm gonna do something crazy. I always like to do something crazy in my movies, like A Christmas to Forget. I know what it's called, but me and my friend AJ do not like that name. Not the name of the movie, but like, the only good scene is when I jumped off the roof, okay? I like to do things crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure in another movie of mine, I did something crazy. I believe it was the Birthday Party Massacre remake. I did something crazy. Was it? Now I have to rewatch. Oh, no, it wasn't that one. It was... Oh. Yeah. Like in the story of the new Marilyn Monroe. Fun fact. When we were filming, we filmed most of it the first day and then the rest the second day because I got something on my knee through running through the weeds, right? It wasn't a tick or anything. It was like a bumps, like from this leaf or something. So, that's the crazy thing I did. And then my friend AJ was like, how'd you know they were dollar store handcuffs? And I'm just like, what do you mean? And he was like, you know what I mean. And I just died because he was trying to make it some sexual reference. But yeah, I am proud of The Follower Part 2 so far. It's kind of slow-paced right now. There's not really going to be an iconic river scene. It's just going to basically just be there's going to be a total of 5 deaths, that I hope, because hopefully my friends can get together, and we can all get together and make this happen. There is, how many lines of swearing? Because I put swearing in my movies, because make it more realistic, you know? Okay, 1. 2. 3. 4. 5 and 6. There's like 6 lines yet. So, yeah. Okay. Here's the other movie update, because there's nothing really much left to talk about The Follower, Part 2. But there will be The Party of One, which is a horror movie. But, you know, you guys are going to be thinking, like, going to be very confused. It's a short film, but it's a sequel to the remake of The Birthday Party Massacre. Not the original, because the original has yet to have a sequel. I'm probably going to go somewhere, like, around here, like, for a day or something, and shoot whatever, because there's a really pretty lake around here, and trails, and, like, it's perfect. But for the remake, I know, you know, Anthony shows up. My friend AJ couldn't make it to play Anthony, but Anthony shows up in the final act of the film, and he's the killer. I was gonna originally make it Kevin be the killer, the bitch be the killer, you know, you're switching up, you know? But no, I was like, you know what? The bitch is gonna die. All the main characters are gonna die, and then Anthony appears to there. But you think at the end that he dies, but no, he just passes out, and then I'm gonna have him resurrected, not for a series, just this little short film, and then I'm gonna get my homegirl Maggie, and we gonna do something. It's gonna be bloody. Yeah. It says March 18th in the film, but we're really in May. So this was like months later, I guess. And plus, it's warmer for chase scenes, I guess. I wouldn't want to be running through the cold anyways, like we did in the movie. I think that The Birthday Party Massacre Part 2, the remake was a lot better than the first one. The first one was cringy. It was really like my first time making a movie, kind of. It wasn't my first time, but it was like one of my first times, and I was just like, I was very awkward, you know? But Party of One is going to be about the depressing life of Anthony, that he lives here after the murders that he committed. And this girl, nobody's going to come into his party. He's going to put invitations. Takes place in the 80s. He's going to put invitations, and only one person shows up. Now, this one person is a parent. Is going to be a parent of one of the teens, I don't know yet, one of the teens that was murdered. And we're like, yo, my kid was last seen here, where the hell are they? And I'd be like, chasing them down and killing them. But part 2, I want it to take place in the woods, because honestly, the remake, that was bomb. The original bombed in the bad way. And, you know, it's still I still like to watch it sometimes. It could be a good film. You know, the death scenes are the best part about it. But this scene, I got all sorts of weapons. I got sights and shit. And, like, that's gonna be it's gonna be a great thing. Part 2. I already put the teaser out for the remake sequel, the sequel to the remake, out on my Instagram. Not my main one, my Kyle's _movie_projects 66 or project 66. I don't know. It's one of them. Go follow. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you know the. I haven't done my outro in so long. Okay. Like, subscribe, you know the drill, and bye!